Hello, thank you for joining me. Today's going to be part two of a video series that we're going to do on the Jkoo slash Sinosword 15th Anniversary Edition katana. Today I'm just going to do some light cutting, basically just to kind of test out the edge of the blade and to feel out the sword, the balance, the weight distribution, and so forth. I have a couple of water bottles, a pool noodle, I've got a little piece of PVC pipe, and I have some water jugs with a piece of carpet attached. I have a single piece and a double piece of carpet, and those are for the stab slash thrust testing. Uh, I'd like to show you real quick my cutting stand that I use. It is basically it's a water bucket with a piece of PVC pipe stuck in it, and I got a couple of screws just holding it, and it's filled with some old bricks and dirt and water, whatever is heavy. I've used this stand for many years. I really like it. It's super cheap, super portable. If I missed a target, I just hit PVC, and that really shouldn't do any harm to the blade. So with no further ado, I'm going to begin. Again, this is informal. I'm just trying to figure out the weight balance and distribution. One of the things I do like about this stand is the fact that it's not very rigid at the top. And that gives me a better feel for the blade itself, how it could actually cut. A lot of times if it's held too rigid, you don't really get a good feel for it. There's a good example. Squig that cut a little bit, clip the PVC. Also chip the blade. That's not really cool, but I'm going to continue on. Going to move to the pool noodle. I always have trouble with these. Yeah. Now I'm going to move on to the thrust testing. I use the carpet because it gives a little more resistance. That was a single piece. That was good. Okay, and this is double carpet. Not bad. Not bad. Now for the final cut, I'm going to use this small piece of PVC pipe. Let's see what happens. Well, shattered instead of cut, but that time there was no further damage on the blade. So what we're looking at is we did chip the blade on a squig cut, and that's not very good. I'm not sure what to do about that. I might smooth it out, but that's a little disappointing. It really is. Okay, so for soft targets, seems like to have no problem. The PVC obviously did some damage. I imagine bone or something like that would probably chip the blade as well. As far as weight and balance goes, pretty good, not bad. Feels fine. The weight balance is a little more forward than I usually like it to be, roughly about 4 inches. It's a good dynamic for a cutting blade. However, the chip is kind of not so good on it. Now, this blade was only $99. However, I've long said that the important part of a sword is the steel, is the metal. You get a good piece of metal, everything else really doesn't matter much. You know, the fit, finish, and quality of the handle parts, or whatever, who cares? As long as the steel is good. The fact that it chipped, I don't know. I've had other swords that cut nice and, you know, never had any issues. So, will this sword replace my beloved Oniyuri? As of right now, I'd have to say no. Let me put this down. So, me and my Oniyuri, we're together. And let's see how this cuts. Not a bit of damage. 9260 spring steel. I like this sword better because it's a little shorter blade, a little better balance. Works for me personally. But the video is not about this one. So for the Jkoo blade, weight and balance distribution's good, soft target's good. The fact that it chipped, not so good. I mean, you really shouldn't be trying to cut PVC with it, but in the past I've missed targets and cut them cleanly. So there you have it. I'm going to follow up with the part 3 with final thoughts, final words. I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do about the chip. And with that, thank you. Have a great day.